What's going on, guys? I wanted to make a video on someone commented on one of my videos and asked me to go into detail about red pill, blue pill, and black pill, and just the whole manosphere. And he basically said that a lot of Indian, and I agree with this too, a lot of Asian Indians aren't exposed to this knowledge and I wish I had someone tell me about this type of stuff, about female nature, about the red pill and purple pill and not being a blue pill. And I wish I had someone tell me that at a younger age, but at the same time, I wish someone gave me that advice in a healthy way. I wish someone would have explained to me that being red pill, yes, you will attract more women. Yes, you can go from and increasing your looks using the looks max or max looks or whatever the hell it's called, the trend that's going on. You're using the looks max, red pill mindset, and just self-improvement. Yes, you will start to attract women and have an abundance in your life. You might not attract the women that you'd want to marry. And let's see where that gets us. I went from this high school kid who couldn't really talk to women. I had issues even talking to older ladies, older grandmas, and fucking people's moms. I couldn't talk to anyone. I was like so nervous, especially with women, mainly with women. It didn't even have to be anything like sexual. I was just nervous to talk to women. I was nervous to go to school. I had social anxiety my whole life, and that's a whole other subject. But you go from not having any interaction with women, and my culture suppresses just the fact of even having a girlfriend, of having a relationship in general. They just suppress that and focus on your studies. You can't do this until you become a doctor. You cannot have a girlfriend until you become a doctor. Who in their right mind would not commit suicide if they weren't able to do anything until they become a doctor? Stuff like that will suppress our community and this whole generation of all these expectations. On top of that, that's a whole set. I mean, if you guys are interested in this, I encourage you guys to comment and let me know if this is a subject specifically about that you'd like me to talk about. But going back to me not being able to be open socially, like I wasn't socially comfortable with women, which will result in me being weird, which results in lack of results or no results. Learning social skills, learning red pill, those helped me get women. Not the women that I want to probably marry, and not all of them were in relations. We didn't have relations. It was a lot of it was just talking we hung out and kissed and there's a difference. I believe you do have to increase the amount of women you interact with, but I don't believe that you have to have intercourse with all of them or any of them. If you're on this no-fap journey too, I believe that you should eventually just look. I'm in a relationship, so I can speak from a perspective of being in a relationship. I'm not going to sit here and encourage men to get involved in casual relationships while I'm in a serious relationship. So I can't be a hypocrite. I would encourage my younger self to, not be involved in casual relationships like sex and all that, but be involved in socializing more with women, especially being friends with women, learning what women really want. Meaning, if you want to get inside of a friend group, or you sort of have to know what the psychology of someone, and you have to have the same psychology to even attract them. So you can't just sit there and have shitty mental health and looking at this hot girl and you're like, acting like a Jeffrey. That won't work. So let's get back to it. I learned red pill. It helped me. I eventually got a girlfriend, and this is my first girlfriend in high school, early high school. We didn't even do anything. It was just a couple months of relationship, and I learned a lot. Meaning, when I was in the relationship, I completely forgot about the red pill. I forgot about female nature. I forgot about the realities of things. I forgot about myself. I was so focused on this girl that eventually, if your main focus is a woman, it's a girl at a young age. I'm not talking if you're married or if you're in a long-term relationship. Then yes, your family is your focus. But if you're just learning and experiencing and going through the 100 hours, or 100 hours, I wish it was 100 hours for mastery, 100,000 hours or whatever it is, before you get married and all that, I do believe you should increase your experiences. But look, the red pill, a lot of it teaches you, because eventually you'll get to a point where you have this mentality. And I had this mentality mid high school when I was attracting women, and I wasn't like a player or anything. I mean, a lot of my friends, I was in that group, but I had to have a level of just, I had some respect for myself, and I knew deep down that if I behave like a fuckboy, I'm gonna attract fucker girls. Who wants to be in a relationship with a someone who's like so promiscuous? I wanted it to be the promiscuous guy because everyone thought that was cool, and all my friends were that type of guy, and they attracted women, and I thought that, okay, everyone's red pilled and fuck these hoes and blah blah blah, do all this, I have a rotation. Okay, if you have a rotation, if you're so red pilled and I do believe it's healthy to have a rotation if you're single, but I don't believe that you should be mentally abusing these women. And now 6 minutes into the video, and Hamza, he's a very motivational YouTuber that I watch, and he has motivated me to start filming videos and creating the life I want. He does a section in his videos called Unfiltered, and I wanted to mimic something similar, and let's just get unfiltered, like Hamza says. I know even for me, it was weird to even learn about purple pill, or even learn about, who cares about all these pills. If you love someone and you can I really do genuinely believe that there are two things that cause someone to go red pill. First is the inability to attract women at a young age or even at a later age. Second is if someone broke your heart. Both of those things I went through, and I was when COVID started, I went through this breakup, and it was a long relationship, and I'll make a separate video on that. I don't even know. I'm thankful that I went through that. Let's just say that. I've changed. I had to change my mentality to make myself thankful for that, because my life right now is way better than it was when I was in that relationship. And I thought that when I was in the relationship, that if I'm not in this, if something happens, that I don't know what I would do. I literally thought that, and my partner back then thought that too. And when someone breaks up with you so quickly, so easily, and it's kind of hard, because I don't even, if I try to think back, like, my life is so much better now. I'm in such a better relationship, and I'm thankful. I'm not hating on anyone. I'm thankful. Thank you. What I'm trying to say is that if I had a shitty mentality, if I was still super red pilled after that, if I had gone crazy red pill after that breakup, which I did go a little bit, I went on dates and whatnot, girls aren't nice, let's just say that, and guys aren't nice either. So I mean everyone was nice. I'm just saying that people ghost you, and I ghost people. And I used to ghost so many girls, and I'm not bragging about it. So many girls, I mean like 4 or 5 girls at the time of when I was single. I may have texting 4 or 5 girls, and maybe meeting up with 2 of them every now and then, and nothing like sexual. But I mean, like, if you're a guy, like, it doesn't have to be sexual. I don't want to get too explicit about what I've done in the past, maybe in the future, but yeah. So I had those 4 or 5, and you go through the learning about how to behave, and they break your heart a little bit too, because they make you realize, oh, no one really gives a shit about you. They can ghost you, I can ghost them. And then I met Faith, my girlfriend, and if I had been acting the same red pill mentality with her, if I had been behaving like I was with other women, with my girlfriend now, Faith, I wouldn't have been able to pique her interest. I wouldn't have been able, she would not have wanted to even be with someone who thinks like that. Would you want to be with a girl who has a red pill mentality, who has a rotation of guys? No. Who the fuck wants that? No one really wants. I feel like people are so, I was so damaged mentally, and I had to get to a point where I was strong enough to realize that not all women are the same, and that take this red pill mentality and yes, use some of the aspects, gain the experience. Yeah, you might have to break a couple hearts and all that, but that's just the game and all. You got to break a couple eggs to make a couple omelets, or whatever the word is. But just don't keep breaking them. I was broken, and I mean, I guess deep down, everyone's always broken. You're just constantly trying to fix yourself, and the only thing we can do is self-improve. And I would recommend not watching a lot of those red pill YouTubers and taking their advice too seriously. Yes, I watch them every now and then. Their videos will pop up, and I'll, if the title seems interesting enough, if it doesn't seem like too negative, then yes, I'll watch it, because sometimes you do need a refresher. Refresher meaning that if you are completely focused on the woman and you made her a pedestal, you put on her pedestal, eventually you keep doing that, she will break up with you. Secondly, if you are losing touch with who you are, and I guess all of this boils down to, if you become a simp, don't become a simp. Yes, you can do simpy activities with your wife or girlfriend or long-term relationship partner, but if you met this girl for the second time on a Tinder date or a Bumble date, why are you texting her? Like, I've been there. Why are you texting her right after the date? Oh my God, you looked so beautiful. After the second time you met with her. Or, I mean, then again, there's different spectrums to this. I never really, I like to take things slow. I don't really kiss. I didn't kiss on the first date. So for me, it'd be weird to text something like that. Unless you have had some physical touch, then I guess you can say things. Even then, even if most girls nowadays that you will attract, if you are red pill minded, most of those girls have a rotation of guys. I remember there was this girl I was texting, and this is back in the day, like before I met my girlfriend, maybe a couple months before. I'd been texting this girl, and it was fine. I mean, but I knew what type of person she was. Like, I knew that, like, I mean, I wasn't the only person she was texting, but even still, like, you want to think that, oh no, I remember my friend would be like, oh, you should invite these girls, blah, blah, we should go out, party. And on text, they behave a certain way, but in person, or like, they'll just keep saying, oh no, I can't do this, blah, blah, blah. And you learn from your mistakes. I didn't act like a simp in that specific interaction. I didn't respond to her. Yeah, there's been times, other times in my life when I was younger, where I would bombard a girl on text messages. Oh, hey, do you want to hang out? Blah, blah, blah. Spurging out. That's not cool. Just open up. Just chill out, bro. Just take a deep breath. Drink some water. And yeah, I know this stuff is I get down this loophole of watching all these videos, but I would recommend finding something you like. I like recording videos. And this is helping me find my purpose. I'm no longer interested in medicine. I realized that I was brainwashed to be interested in medicine because I'm Asian. Now I'm interested in business, and I've always been interested in business, but it was just in the back of my head, and I was watching these videos, Ty Lopez growing up, Sam Ovens, and you just brainwashed. I was brainwashed. Same thing, same way how a lot of these women that give you advice, a lot of these red pillars will brainwash you. What I think is you need to brainwash yourself. AMS has a great video with Purple Pill. I would recommend that video. He does a good job explaining the purple pill, which I think is the most healthiest mindset if you were to adopt one. Because I think you need to adopt a mindset, even if it's a little bit unhealthy in the beginning, to eventually realize that what the mindset you were using isn't really a good thing, and you should just kind of go back to subjectivity, which is you deal with each person differently. That's the one thing I can say. Any interaction with human beings, deal with each person differently, meaning you have to adjust how you behave with them. And this video is pretty long. It's 15 minutes. I usually don't have it this long, but if this is something you guys liked, please let me know. I'll make more videos, or if you have other questions, leave a comment. And I'm very thankful for you guys, and I think we should all be grateful that we are alive and we are healthy. Thank you.